Hi, this is Brad Worthley, and I want to talk to you about the power of using the customer's name. Remember the song from Cheers? Everybody wants to go, or everybody knows their name. Very powerful, and we do. If you think about places that you frequent, restaurants you go to, or the bowling alley you hang out in, think about why you go there. And it's probably because you have a perceived relationship. Sometimes it's because they know our name. However, you want to make sure that you use it properly. Using it improperly can do some damage. So, using it properly is if you have a choice between using the customer's first name or last name, and you want to be absolutely 100% safe, which one should you use? Absolutely, the last name. Now, the old theory has been for years, though. If they're younger than you can use their first name. If they're older than you might want to use their last name out of respect. But once again, if you don't know which one to do, the last name is always safe. If you call my dad Mr. Worthley and he's 90 years old, he expects it. You call me Mr. Worthley, I'm okay with it, but I like Brad. You call a 6-year-old Mr. Worthley, you got a very happy 6-year-old right there. Other thing, women. Addressing women. You have their last name, but you don't know if they're married or not, so how do you safely address women? Well, it's Ms. M.S. It's very generic, and then that way, again, you don't have to worry about it. That's, again, if you have their last name. By the way, if you ask women, 100 women in a room, how many of them like to be called ma'am? You might see one hand go up, and that's because they're probably from the South or they're in the military. In most cases, in most states, now there are about probably 6 or 8 states in the southern part of the United States where if you do not use ma'am, it would be disrespectful. But be very cautious because there's still a tremendous amount of states in the United States, probably about 45 of them, where if you do not use, or if you do use the word ma'am, it makes them sound older than they actually are. I did not create the rule. I'm just telling you right now, if you use ma'am, you might get kicked all the way to the door. Just saying. Also with difficult names, if you see someone who's got a difficult name, most people want to avoid it. That's what most employees will do. They want to play it emotionally safe. They won't even use it. But think about this. The Smiths and the Joneses, they get to hear their name all the time. It's the people with difficult names. They're the ones we have the most opportunity. They're the ones where we have the opportunity to create relationships they might not get elsewhere. So the key is if you see a name that looks difficult or challenging, you simply reach out and say, it's a name I don't see very often. Can you help me pronounce that? The worst thing you can do is trash it and then say, how'd I do? Don't do that, please. Also, terms of endearment. Avoid those at all costs. Give you an example. I had gone to a place where they change oil quickly. I don't want to destroy the brand, so you go in there to change your oil. So I pulled in my car. I'm wearing a suit. I'm coming from a seminar. I get out of my car, and this 21-year-old kid comes walking towards me. He goes, "Yo, Chief, how you doing?" And I'm kind of looking around like, "Chief? Really? I'm not your chief." I was at a restaurant, and I was in the bar area, and I was with some friends. We're all in our late 50s. And a server comes up. She was probably 21, but she looked 16. I've lost perspective. But she comes up and she leans over. She goes, "So, sweetie, what can I get you to drink?" I'm thinking, how about a tippy cup? Let's start with that. Are you kidding me? Avoid honey buns, sweetie, lamb chop. Just avoid the terms of endearment. In most cases, they're not going to endear us to you. I hope you enjoyed the information and you have a fabulous